Hello students, welcome to our class. Now we are going to learn in our class 11 chapter 1 physical world. In that, topics to be covered: what is physics, scope and excitement of physics, physics, technology and society, fundamental forces in nature, nature of physical laws. Now, what is science? Have you think about why we need to study science? What is the purpose of study? See, first we must think. First of all, we must know all the laws of nature. See, then we can take the advantages from those laws. Is it right? So, for example, let us say that the solar eclipse takes place because of particular alignment of sun, moon, earth, which is in straight line, right? If we know the eclipse, what we can plan things accordingly. So similarly, if we know the laws of physics, we can accordingly predict. For example, weather forecasting, that we can take it as also which is from the laws of physics. If we know those prediction, we can safeguard ourselves. Is it right? So the purpose of science to collect knowledge, use the knowledge for the mankind. Science is a systemic attempt to understand natural phenomenon as much as depth as possible and use the knowledge so gain to predict, modify and control phenomenon. Right. So further the science branch out various branches like physical science, biological science, like that. In biological science, we are studying biology and zoology, that the behavior of living things. Is it right? In the physical science, together the study of physics and chemistry. Here we are going to learn separately about physics, that is the study of natural world, which deals with the concepts of space, time, motion, like that. See, the physics word originated from a Greek word which means nature, and this word was introduced by ancient scientist Aristotle. See, actually this physics in Sanskrit equivalent meaning bhautika, that is nothing but it refers to physical world. See, the branch, what we said, the basic laws of nature and their manifestations in various natural phenomena. It concerned with the interaction of matter with matter or energy. And also we already said that it deals with the natural world such as space, matter and all. Right. Now, the next one is steps of scientific investigation. How can we investigate the scientific methods? One by one we can see. The first one, controlled experiment. The controlled experiment, which means by taking a large number of systematic observations, by doing the controlled experiment. Next one is quantitative and qualitative reasoning. That is nothing but the data about the numeric variables, how much we are taking, how many things we are taking for this evident manner, like that. Quantitative study. The qualitative, which means the types and maybe represent by the names, symbols, number coding and all we are taking, no, that are all we can take it as for qualitative reasoning. So what is mathematical models? The mathematical modeling is the art of translating the problem from an application area into the traceable mathematical formulae. We can get and provides insight and answers, right, from that, the mathematical modeling. The next one is prediction. What is prediction? Predict, guess. That means about what might happen in the future based on observation that you make. So the prediction, which means is closely related to other process skills such as observing, classifying, nothing we can say. What is verification and falsification? So the verification and falsification, we can say that verification, which is refers to the statement that are shown to be true in a scientific context, both terms related to scientific statements that we can say. And falsification, which means the scientific, it must be able to proven it is false. Like for example, the hypothesis that all swans are white can be falsified by observing, we can, black swan. If suppose we are observing the black swan, it is a falsify. Is it right? So like that, these are all the different steps of scientific investigations, right? What is scientific theory? Why we need for the modification of a scientific theory? See, actually in science, there is no final, no theory is final. A theory must be able to explain what may be observed. See, when a new observations show some derivations from the existing theory, the theory has to be duly modified. For example, when John Kepler examined the extensive data on planetary motion that is collected by some other information, that planetary circular orbits, is it right? Like, but that after that imagined and it is predicted, it had to be replaced by elliptical orbits to fit in the data better than that what he given. Like that, we can modify it. Even the modification of the theory fails to account for the new observations also. It will be replace it. Duly it will modify, or else sometimes it will replace. Got it? So that there is no the science theory is final, we can take. What are the two basic quests in physics? There are two principal thrusts in physics, which are unification and reductionism. What is unification? We can see one by one. See, unification, which is nothing but in physics, it's attempt in made to explain various physical phenomena in terms of just a few concepts and laws. We try to see the physical world as manifestation of some universal laws. For example, the same, we can take the law of gravitation can be used to describe the motion of free falling body. Is it right? The motion of the moon around the earth, motion of planets which you are seeing in that picture, that are all is the attempts are using made to unify the fundamental forces of nature. Is it right? The next one is reductionism. So the reductionism, which is nothing but another attempt made in physics, is to explain a macroscopic system in nature, in system, in terms of microscopic constituents, right? For example, we can take the thermodynamics was developed to explain the macroscopic properties, right? Such as we can take temperature, internal energy, entropy, right, of bulk systems. In that, we can use these properties were explained in terms of molecules in kinetic theory, statistical mechanics, with the help of the simpler parts. That means to derive the properties of a bigger, more complex theories, systems from the properties, the interaction of its constituents, simpler particles, make it simple like we are doing, right? The next one is the two major domains which we are going to learn. A lot of branches which is there in physics. In this year you are going to learn separately. That's why the book we have given for physics, chemistry, biology, like that. This is the first step. You step into the higher educations. The class 11 will help you to learn more and more in detail things which is there in physics, right? So it contains a vast number of things covered, wide range of covered in physics, that all the departments, all the physics things which we are going to learn in this year, the step 1, right? See, that they have given what we said, the two major domains. See, the two major domains, it contains macroscopic and microscopic. The macroscopic, which is deals with the classical physics, that is deals with the macroscopic phenomenon. these are all that it includes with the mechanics, optics, thermodynamics. These are all the classical, the old theories, okay, and the electrodynamics, this and all. These are quantum mechanics and all modern theories. Quantum mechanics deals with the microscopic phenomenon of atoms, molecules. These are all right. These are also, next it contains subdisciplines in physics. What are the major subdisciplines? These are all the things only we are going to learn here in class 11 itself. It started for you. This will you help you to learn further more years in your higher education. It will help you to branch out like mechanics, optics, thermodynamics, electrodynamics, quantum mechanics, relativity theory. These are all. See, what is mechanics? It deals with the equilibrium of motion, the materials. In class 11, we are going to learn that gravitation, the chapter which is there, right? Rocket propulsion. Optics, it deals with the nature and the propagation of light, which this already we have studied from our early stages of education. Light is very wonderful phenomenon. Thermodynamics deals with the macroscopic system in equilibrium, and it's concerned with the changes in internal energy. That what we said for the example for that, right? The bigger constituents, macroscopic things, it come to the minor molecules in kinetic theory and all. We said no, that thermodynamics. And electrodynamics, it deals with the electric and the magnetic phenomenon. Quantum mechanics, mechanical behavior of submicroscopic particles, that means the atom, small particles, deals with the small particles. Relativity theory, we people knows very well. It is the theory of invariance in nature, right? So these are all the things we are going to learn, very vast. In physics, it contains these types of domains and subdisciplines in physics. It's a wonderful and exciting field which we are going to learn, right? In upcoming sessions, we can see more and more about the scope of physics and how it was truly vast, the excitement of physics and all. We can see in our upcoming sessions. Thank you, students.